I was listening also in lectures to how many times he broke the chalk. Good morning. It's like 6:50. I need to get my coffee because I'm gonna go for a run today because yes, I actually have been going running. Don't think I'll actually record the run in terms of like recording as I'm physically running because I just have an armband with the 0 to 5K, I think is what the app is called. It's not Couch to 5K because Couch to 5K requires you to pay for anything after the first 4 workouts, and I am not doing that. I used to use Couch to 5K when it was free, but it has been free for like 2 years. So I'm trying out this new one, which seems to be just as good, but also does not have like a cost. You can pay like $4 and you get like the premium, and it's $4 one time. So maybe I'll do it, but I don't know. I really don't want to go for a run, but also I know I'll feel really accomplished after I run. And yeah, because it would be great to be able to like run again and go for runs because I mean it's a cheap way to work out. God, and I know if I don't go now or I don't go this morning, I probably won't go, and this is like the only time I have really before I have like a bunch of other plans this like weekend also. So I'm just gonna finish up my coffee and eat some applesauce because it's not a lot. It's something just to kind of add a little bit of food into my system without being too heavy. Also a great way to make sure I'm getting in more fruits and veggies. Actually, I think these are just fruits. Next time I go and pick up applesauce, maybe I'll get the ones that also have some veggies in it. And like y'all know, I am not like opposed to just eating my veggies normally, but just adding a little bit of extra like veggies does not hurt in terms of my nutrition. Well, I am now in my workout gear, so it's like 7:51, 52. So let's get out, get going, and get my run in. It'll be like 28.5 minutes, I think is what it is. So let's get going now because I've got to be at the library by 10 a.m. Okay, so that run is complete. It was only like 8 minutes of running with a minute and a half walking in between because it's the first week, but I feel good. This time around, I felt like I had more energy than I did on Wednesday, but that's reasonable because like the second workout is like the toughest. And I even pushed a little bit towards the end to be like, okay, let's try to make it so that Monday's run isn't too bad. So that's good. Now I gotta quickly get a shower. I am showered, but my god, do I feel like a chicken, or running around like a chicken with its head cut off. I had not eaten breakfast yet, so it's just the other of the Kodiak muffins. I'm gonna have to pick up more today because I will be going grocery shopping, so I'll just pick up another like 2, maybe more. That's something I could ask my parents for if they want to get me something from like Costco. Is if they have these, like just send me a Costco size package of it. That would be great. So I'm gonna quickly eat this and then make my lunch. And now I'm off to campus. Oof. I'm meeting with a friend for us to do like a writing day. Just because both of us, he needs to work on his qualifier and I need to work on my dissertation. So we're working. I am just chilling. Everything was just a little bit like, I just added a little extra time to everything, so I'm leaving later than I would have liked. And I've given him the heads up of where I'm gonna be, or not, what room we're gonna be in, and so it shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully the bus is also there, so I can just like take the bus to the library. On my way to the library, and honestly I'm not running super late, it's almost like 10:05, and I'm supposed to be here at 10, so not bad at all. I decided to take the bus, although it was a bus I had to go the long way around, because I was just like, I have walked so much this past week that let's just go a little bit easier on my joints right now. And plus I may walk back from the library, so who knows. So I'm in the library right now and I've gotten a good chunk of my writing done so far. I feel pretty good. Lots of plot, not a lot of plots, but a lot of figures have been made. Also finally got the email about the instructor position that I'm going to be doing, so that's exciting, and things are coming together, but got a lot of emails I have to write today. We ended up going to Chocolate Holler, which is kind of close to downtown Lexington, and because I'd already had a lot of coffee, I just got the peppermint hot chocolate, and it was delicious, and you can just see it kind of overflowing. Also, while I am not a car person, I love a good antique car, and this estate company that was right next to Chocolate Holler had all of these antique cars, and I saw this one and I just wanted to take a photo. So I'm finally walking home from all of the writing. I actually got a lot of it done. There's still a lot more, and I have some ideas, and I think I'm gonna like go grab a tall boy and just make this work, because like it's things where the work could be a lot easier if I do like everything in one go than some other stuff, but it was good. So also I've been finding with a lot of my writing that if I end up being like, okay, I'm writing and then I think of an idea for a plot, that's usually what I've been doing, because I'm just letting things flow and I think it's working. I need to see if my advisor likes how I've started to set things up. I've also started to figure out things with LaTeX, which has been really good for me. But we'll also see if things get funky as I go along. So I have been back home for about 30 minutes, and I think I'm just gonna comb out my bangs and go get groceries because I need to do that. I also am trying to decide on what I want to do for dinner, because I could do the meal prep, but that just does not sound appealing today. I'm like, I kind of want to do something different. So maybe I'll pick up like some frozen food, like just frozen dumplings or something, I don't know, and then eat that, and maybe other things like have some canned soup that I already have in the apartment, I don't know. But I'm just feeling like bleh. I also feel bad that I didn't record anything during my writing sessions, but like I didn't want to take away from just hanging out with my friend, as we got a lot of writing done. Like I was so focused, which was great for me, but also just, yeah. And I mean, there's more that I gotta do tonight. I look super rough, but I finally made it to the grocery store, so let's get going, because yeah, I gotta pick up some things. Oh god, I look crazy, but I got my groceries. I did not save nearly as much as I did last time. This time I only saved about 7%, which was $6. However, I also did end up getting 231 fuel points, which is great. So I have for the month of July 463, which means I will save about 40 cents per gallon next time I have to get gas. So, and that'll probably be next week actually. And I'll show a haul when I get home. Okay, so I am back from the grocery store. So first thing, because it's right here, I picked up a 6-pack of Rheingeist Franz. It's their Oktoberfest beer. I love Rheingeist. It's one of my favorite breweries around. So thought I would try it before Oktoberfest, because I do want to do Cincinnati Oktoberfest. I think that would be fun. Okay, so next, couple of produce. I've got 2 bananas. I usually only get 2 bananas because like I don't eat a banana every day, but it's good to have them. I also picked up sweet cherries because they were on sale, and I thought I'd have them for dessert a couple of times because I love them. Picked up pears because I thought, why not? And also I'd seen Smokey Steve and Mark was showing how to grow pears, so I thought maybe I'd try that. I want to have a greener thumb. Also in terms of growing, if it's gonna actually grab it out of these bags, which I got these these like crochet bags from IKEA. Got myself some green onions so I can add to cooking, and then also allow that to like grow the green onions in water. Again, also just 2 gala apples because I just eat them periodically, and I don't want to have a bag of like 6 of them, so I have them all at once. I'd rather be eating them just as the week goes. And then also an onion, just a white onion, another one for when I'm cooking, because I've got some other meal prep ideas that I want to do. The last little bit of the produce I have are more baby carrots, because as you've been seeing, I've been eating a lot of baby carrots, so I'm gonna try to keep that up because they're delicious and easy to go for. And then in the same idea with the onion, I have a zucchini so that I can put with tomato sauce and probably, oh, I didn't get meat, or like Impossible meat, I think. I'm gonna have to double check my freezer, but at least having the pasta sauce, the zucchini, and onions, I can kind of expand the sauce, put it in the freezer. At some point I'll add more of like the meats, and whether it be like actual meat or imitation, and go from there. I've got some feta cheese, so I can add that with my scrambled eggs, or putting that with some like refried beans, which I know sounds really weird, but I think it tastes pretty good. Doing feta, refried beans, refried black beans, and rice, and maybe a fried egg. It's a weird combination. It was a college student like recipe, but it has worked well for me. Okay, on to some of the dairy things. I've got cheese. I usually get sharp, but the medium was on sale, so I decided to get that. I got some cottage cheese because I snack on this all the time, and low fat because it's a little bit lower in calories. Some deli meat so I can put with the cheese and make like grilled cheese sandwiches. And then 2 packs of the individual like tofu, because I eat that as like a lunch periodically. It's pretty good. Just put it with like some soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, hoisin sauce, chili oil, and I've got the green onion so I can put that with that too, so it's great. My hair is getting progressively worse and worse as this video goes on. But so lastly, I've got another 2 of the muffins. As I mentioned earlier in the vlog, because I've eaten what I had. Whoops. 2 pounds of medium grain with rice. I pretty much used up all my rice when I was meal prepping. And it wasn't really meal prepping, but I was making a larger batch of rice for the the lentils dish. More peanut butter, because as y'all see, I go through a lot of peanut butter, and this one's the no sugar added Skippy. I know I'm in Kentucky and I should be eating Jiffy, but I love Skippy instead. Lastly, it's my treat for myself today, the Truly pineapple tall boy, and then do some work. And for dinner, I got the garden pasta because it was on sale and it looked good, and I don't feel like eating anything that I cooked. I want something cold. I really should have been doing work, and like I have the thoughts in my head, but I just don't want to turn on my laptop, honestly. It's bad. And like, so on Thursday, I mentioned that like I had a date that got canceled, or got rain checked, and this guy actually was like, hey, can we meet on the weekends? And I maybe should have said, let's meet on Friday, but as Chapel Run says, do not waste a first date on a Friday night.
And we all saw how well that went last week.
But also just like mentally, for some reason, I was like, oh yeah, no, Friday doesn't count in this. So I was thinking Sunday, because Saturday I have stuff and y'all will see that. So instead I've just been on TikTok. And what was crazy is also I was on TikTok and I saw an old classmate of mine, or at least I think it's an old classmate of mine. I messaged her to be like, hey, we were in class together, right? We were in a lab group. The reason I'm not sure is because she transitioned. So, and like I saw this in a like slideshow on TikTok where she was showing her transition, and when it was specifically the year that like I was in class with her, because we were in a lab group in like 2018, and then there was a photo from like 2019, and I'm like, oh yeah, and then I saw the name and I'm like, I think that's her. Double check Facebook and I'm like, okay, Facebook, it's her. So like I think it's her. And I mean, she's got 86,000 like followers on TikTok, which is big, but also not at the same time, because TikTok, you can have 1 million followers and not have nearly like as big of a following on YouTube. And I'm not saying that I have a huge YouTube following, but it was just kind of this like, oh, huh. So that was kind of interesting and fun. And like I said, I just messaged her being like, I think we were in a lab together, but I don't know if she'll respond. Okay, so that classmate did respond to the message. Yeah, I think, because I usually go by Obi, but that is like not my legal name, and I go by my legal name professionally. I think she also had to do the Facebook check. But yeah, she messaged me more, but I was like, I don't want to get into conversation right now, so I'll message her in the morning. No, it's just kind of funny, because like, also, academia is very small, so like, because she was like, oh yeah, I saw you were doing your PhD, and I'm like, yeah, like, it's kind of funny because they do know some of the professors from, like, UK, Minnesota specifically. The one that it has been interesting was Professor Porschke from UMN. He and one of the professors I'm going to actually be working with a lot this semester, they were in the same postdoc group for briefly. And, like, I've met Porschke's grad students at a conference, told them about how the professor would keep on breaking chalk to the point where that was how I kept attention in class. Was I was listening also in lectures to how many times he broke the chalk. So it was a running gag. It turns out everybody did this. This was something that, like, everybody's like, yeah, Porschke always breaks the chalk. It's just a thing. But yeah, that was funny. And no, I feel pretty good about today. I really should have done the plot stuff, but I have ideas now. So I know I'll probably do it tomorrow, maybe, or Sunday. Tomorrow, I definitely need to edit my videos because I've got a lot that I've got to do. And yes, I took another shower because I was so sweaty once I'd finally gotten home. I probably reeked at the grocery store, but I was like, I don't care. I'm going to be one of those gross people at the grocery store. Also, do y'all remember, like, the Take Home Chef, that TV show? I think about that sometimes when I go to the grocery store of, like, I do not look good enough to have the Take Home Chef randomly walking up to me and being like, shall I cook for somebody in your household? Granted, with how small my apartment is, nobody would cook for me. Or there's nobody I'm cooking for, so yeah. Generally, though, thank y'all so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!